Please stand. When look at you, you're all very welcome here today to celebrate the joining together in marriage of Dane Brian Ward and Emily Jane McLean. I'm the Registrar of Marriages for Armagh City, Banbridge and Craigavon Borough, and as such I'm empowered to conduct civil marriages in this place in which we are now met. You, Dane Brian Ward, and you, Emily Jane McLean, are now about to marry each other in accordance with the law in my presence and in the presence of these witnesses. Before you're joined in matrimony, I have to remind you of the solemn and binding character of the contract you're about to make. Marriage, according to the law of this country, is the union of one person with another, voluntarily entered into, to the exclusion of all others. And Dane, can you please repeat the following declaration? I do solemnly declare
I do solemnly declare
that I know not
that I know not
of any lawful impediment
of any lawful impediment
why I, Dane Brian Ward,
why I, Dane Brian Ward,
may not be joined in matrimony
may not be joined in matrimony
to Emily Jane McLean.
to Emily Jane McLean.
And Emily, can you please repeat the following declaration? I do solemnly declare
I do solemnly declare
that I know not
that I know not
of any lawful impediment
of any lawful impediment
why I, Emily Jane McLean,
why Emily Jane McLean
may not be joined in matrimony
we may not be joined in matrimony
to Dane Brian Ward.
to Dane Brian Ward.
And Dane, can you please repeat the following declaration?
Yeah.
I call upon these persons here present
I call upon these persons here present
to witness that I, Dane Brian Ward,
to witness that I, Dane Brian Ward,
do take you, Emily Jane McLean,
do take you, Emily Jane McLean,
to be my lawful wedded wife.
to be my lawful wedded wife.
And Emily, can you please repeat the following declaration? I call upon these persons here present
I call upon these persons here present
to witness that I, Emily Jane McLean,
to witness I, Emily Jane McLean,
do take you, Dane Brian Ward,
do take you, Dane Brian Ward,
to be my lawful wedded husband.
to be my lawful wedded husband.
And Dane, will you place the ring on Emily's finger, please? And do you want to hold hands there for a photograph, please? And Emily, will you place the ring on Dane's finger, please? And again, do you wish to hold hands for a photograph, please? As a token of the contract into which you've entered, these rings are given and received. By the virtue of the covenants made in my presence as Registrar of Marriages and before these witnesses, I declare that you, Dane Brian Ward, and that you, Emily Jane McLean, are now joined in matrimony in accordance with the law. It now gives me great pleasure to declare your husband and wife. You may kiss the bride.
Fingerprints still
I
on
guess
your
maybe
skin.
seated.
Backseat taxi sinking in. Ice cold window, rain and wind. Eyes closed, wet cold, living in. Heard your laugh on the TV. Pass your car on every street. Made too much for only me. Trace your face from memory. the shiver down my spine. You're the postcard in my mind. You're every place I'll never see. No, don't make me wake up from this dream. Hold me close in your affection. I found a home in you, and come what may, I will come closer. Nothing compares to you. Your love doesn't change like the tide. Your love doesn't leave me behind. In all of the places that I've ever tried, I never could find anyone like you. Your love is a
This is a unique opportunity for me to embarrass Dane and Emily, my children, my family, and all the guests. Now, I've been misled with this event. I was told this was a very sedate, respectable crowd of people, and clearly there's been some misleading. Now, when getting ready for this speech, I, like everybody else who's doing a speech, I'm sure, looked up on the internet how to do a speech. And the advice is, get your speech done early, write it out, practice it in front of other people, and no matter what you've written, cut it by a third. I've done none of that. This is a last minute job, just at the last minute. And the trouble is my speech has been cut short, abbreviated considerably, but so many people have told me what I'm not allowed to say and jokes I mustn't tell. Now, today represents the end of a long and unsuccessful campaign. When Emily got together with Dane, we were of course delighted, and we knew that one day Emily would be Emily Ward. Now, we thought that while Emily Ward sounds nice, Dane McLean sounded better. And we've lobbied, we've fought, but unfortunately, as you see, unsuccessfully. Now, sometimes I wonder, are children, when they're born and brought up, influenced by the music that's around whenever they're born? It may interest you to know when Dane was born, the week he was born, #1 in hit chart was a UB40 song, Red, Red Wine. So I think that follows through. It does, yeah. Yeah, there you are. Now the following week, and this is good news for Emily, Phil Collins was top of the charts with his song "A Groovy Kind of Love." Don't know what that means. Now the news isn't quite as good the other way around. When Emily was born that week, number 1 on the chart was a Meatloaf song. I'll do anything for love, but not that. Yeah, and it gets worse. The following week, number 1 on the chart was Mr. Blobby. Now, when we first met Dane, we of course had to do some examination of his personality and see how he could handle things. And the first thing we needed to do was test his resilience. So it was down to an Indian, a Vindaloo curries. He said he didn't like anything too hot and spicy. We watched him perspire from every pore in his body. Every pore, sweat everywhere. But he said, oh, that was lovely, that was lovely. And the next step of the challenge was he was invited deep sea fishing. And Brian was with us as well, with brother Christopher. And Dane had been out at stag do, arrived back in the house at 4 o'clock in the morning. We picked him up at 6 o'clock in the morning, drove him 3 hours to Donegal. He was out in fishing boat for 8 hours with bits of fish and guts flying all around the place. And at the end of it he said, I really enjoyed that. So it shows considerable resilience. He also seems to have some patience and forbearance. He's married Emily today, and some of you may not realise, Emily's occupation is selling coke. She can't deny it. She can't deny it. She sells coke for a living, and yet he's willing to put up with that. Now, in terms of Emily's occupation, when she was very young, I remember asking her what she'd like to do when she grew up. And Emily's explanation was she wanted to be an orange woman. And we thought, well, you know, that sounds a bit dodgy, a bit political. And then she explained to us that an orange woman was somebody who collected oranges. And by the look of Emily and a number of other guests here today, they've clearly been in Florida for quite a few weeks collecting oranges. When she was a little older, I asked her again what she wanted to do, and she said she would want to do anything with animals. So I very helpfully suggested she got a job on the meat counter at Sainsbury's. Now, I'm not going to go on too much longer. Just a few quotes for you about marriage and about life in general. Woody Allen said that success is 80% turning up, being there. So being there for each other helps secure a good, firm relationship in marriage. Benjamin Franklin said that success is 10% inspiration, 90% perspiration. So for anything to work, you have to put the effort in. And of course, we know from our experiences with Dane and the Indian, he does perspire. And the last one is an Abraham Lincoln quote, that in the end, it's not the years that you live that count, it's the life in those years. So in other words, make the most of your life together and everything from now on. And just finally, many of you know only too well that both Dane and Emily play hockey at Banbridge Hockey Club. And indeed, Dane has played hockey for quite a considerable time, longer than Emily, at Banbridge Hockey Club. Now that's important for Emily to remember. Every time you have an argument, Emily, with Dane, just remember he's well used to losing. So listen, that's all I'm going to say, and I believe what I do at this stage is invite us all to have a toast to the bride and groom. So, bride and groom. Sit down.
Gary, thank you very much for your kind words there. Lovely speech. And, yep. And I thought you'd have been, you've done quite well there. It's 9 years from I've made a speech. Brian and Chloe, 9 years.
How about the suit?
Might be a wee bit out of touch here, you know, but Hopefully Michael and Catherine will not leave it now 9 years. But Sharon and I were quite worried. We were actually quite worried, 9 years. We thought Dane was committing too much of his time to hockey. Work. When was he ever going to get time to find the love of his life? But one great glorious day. He says, I'm bringing somebody home for dinner. When we get ready here, and he brought Emily home. And I have to say, Emily came in and she blew us all away. Just her whole attitude, her crack, your games. No. I just said I'll go as far as games. And I says to Sharni, this could be a soulmate for Dane because she's outgoing. She loves the country. She loves running. She loves sports. She loves horses. She loves hockey. She took up hockey. And you love your wee doggies. I says, this is an outgoing woman here. So it was a real relief for us, for Dane to find Emily. And for the first time in 9 years, we started to sleep again because we were up all night worrying about it. So, Dane, where do I start? My God. Now, where do I start? How long? 34 years here. But do you know the good thing? You see, most of 34 years, I have the most of it in camera. Every wee game he played, I was up. Boys thought I was Mr. BBC. Technically, it was Banbury's bathroom centre. No, but as a child, Dane, I have to say, we made friends with everybody. No matter where you went, who we lived beside, if we went on holidays, made friends with people on holidays, schools, everywhere. Made the most very popular, sociable guy you could ever meet. In fact, Emily, the first time we went out for a meal together, we went to a restaurant, and I'm not sure it was you or Sean, wasn't happy with his seat. But the next thing was Dane got up and away he went. Yeah, and Emily says, Mr. Brownbridge will sort out. He knows everybody. And yes, the next thing we were down, table was up, weight was left, brought over to where we wanted. Dane got it moved and got us a new table and all. So that's the sort of guy he is. Very, very, very good that way. But now, he was very sports from he was a child, wasn't he, Sean? And he was into football. We got him into football. So, no, Brian, no, very good he was. He was played for the town from 7 years up, and won everything at the football and that there too, right up to your 11. And I think she actually got a wee run out for Linfield. Oh, yeah. There's a couple of teams from over the water, but we dismissed that. Shawnee didn't want you going there. So, and then, apart from the football, that was at school time, and through all his tests and all, and everything, Dane sailed through them all, easy. Did he revise? No revision, but seemed to sail through them all and seemed to pass them all, and he gained entry then till the academy, where he met everybody's really here. Yeah. But when he was at the academy, that's where the hockey took over, and he was winning more at the hockey than he was the football, so he quit the football and he went to the hockey. And I have to say, the hockey, I could talk about it forever. Yeah. He's won that much. He's won. We'll round it up here. All the cups, the leagues, the medals, the Irish Cup medals, all the school stuff, everything. But you were saying for Bombridge first when you were still at school, took quite a few knocks. But Bruce, your dad, looked after him. He turned out to be a personal doctor for him on call. And I can recall in one of the matches where he stitched you up at the side of the pitch, all I could see was... But
that's because it was his son's fault.
But I have to say, a great time at hockey. Right? I'll not go on about that there because I could talk all day about that there. But that's that there anyway. So again, while he was at the academy, he went through the test again, got into uni, and Shawnee lived a full life of uni in Belfast. We were just sending the groceries down every week. Some weekends he didn't come home. But anyway, again with Dane. Dane, you denied us the graduation. I says, we'll get a day out of the graduation. Got good results. We'll get the graduation, Shawnee. We'll get the dresses on. We'll get the suit on. Maybe a 3-piece suit and that there, blah, blah, blah. Dane, when's the graduation? He says, that's actually happening when I'm in Spain. I'll be in Ibiza. Oh, so that was it. But we didn't get the graduation. But then he started to work. So, well, Donald, you employed him first. So you did. And I says to Donald, show him a bit of the hard life there. So last I heard, he was been put down manholes and pulled out of manholes and on kangos, and it wasn't too long before he was back on the numbers and the pencils. Sorry, was again. And his work then took him to London. So he went to London. That's where he honed his skills in the property market and that there. But of course, when he was over there, he met great friends. Great friends through work and hockey. Yeah. And it's great to see. When he was in London. Well, there's a lot of guys travelling from London today. We have some from Spain, from Barcelona. Yes, Andrea. Yeah, Jeff. Yeah. Munich, guy over there in the corner. Paris, him over there. Mr. International. Yeah, sort of is anyway. But anyway, after stag party and that there, I thought, is these guys really travelling over for Dane? Or maybe they're coming over for the firebombs? No, don't panic. It's not real firebombs. Firebombs is a shot. A shot of whiskey. With a drop of cinnamon in it. Is that right? Yeah. And if any are feeling low and you're looking lifted, knock about with Will for a while. He'll take you to a different level. But that's here. I'll tell you, I could go on forever. But here, I don't want to updo you, Barney. Now, how long? For any don't know, Barney had the greatest speech. I mean, it was amazing. Might have been the longest speech, but I tell you, it was mighty great. But anyway, in the meantime, apparently it's on Netflix, but it's 10 series. There's 10 series of it. It plays over 2 months or something like that. Oh dear. Right, that's me more or less done. Probably the last thing I can do is give you a bit of advice. Right, me and Shawnee, you see every night, we have a hug. We hug every night. And you see every morning before I leave the house, I have a kiss. And that has stood well for me for 35, 40 years. 40. Well, 36. Don't take that away, I'll be stuck. So, Emily, I would like to welcome you into our little family circle. And you see with your wee love of dogs, candy, and we try. I now give you
Lloyd.
Floyd. Yeah, Floyd. Well, you have them two wee dogs anyway. Now I give you Great Dane. Cheers. Great Dane, and Emily. Cheers. Upstand. Cheers. Cheers, brother. Cheers, guys.
Good job, mate.
So we can start. Okay. Oh my goodness. This seemed to be such a good idea whenever your daughter says, would you say a few words, Mummy? Only a few words. I said, yes, no problem. Oh well, here goes nothing. Social media has a lot to answer for. Emily and Dane met during the pandemic. Apparently he was running a weekly quiz. At least I thought it was a quiz, but we'll not go there. This pair are very sporty. I know. Walking, running, horses, golf and hockey, of course. This is where I introduce a fine body of ladies from Banbridge Hockey Club. Apparently it's only social hockey in the fives, but nobody has told them that it's not competitive. Blood, especially Emily's, sweat and tears at almost every match. Dane hung up his stick due to an injury and has the unenviable task of controlling, that should be coaching the girls. Horses have played a big part in Emily's sporting life, but Dane has yet to follow on, although he's getting a dab hand with the wheelbarrow. Emily has been a golf widow, especially this summer. Remember, if you can't beat them, Emily, join them. I knew when these pair got engaged that I wasn't losing a daughter, but gaining another son. Who might help me in the garden. No hope, but never mind. Running the mower around the grass. But of course, the grass cutting season is prime golfing season. So that's been knocked on the head. Candy and Floyd, Emily and Dane's wee fur babies, have from a rocky start fallen on their wee furry feet and are living their best life in Bleary. Spoiled rotten, although Dane has drawn a line in buying and pushing Candy around in a little doggy pram. Brian and Sharon and the whole Ward family have been so kind and welcoming to Emily. Arthur, Camilla, Alfie, Nina, Heidi and Eliana all look lovely in their wedding finery, as do Chloe and Christina as bridesmaids. Dane is a very handsome groom, and although I may be slightly biased because I made her myself, Emily has been a very spectacular bride. I wish them both health, wealth, and most importantly, happiness in their long life together.
What's happening? No, right. Here we go. On behalf of my stunning wife and I. We would like to welcome you all here on the day I finally flew the nest. Who would have thought all it would have taken was an accidental swipe on an Instagram post roughly 3.5 years ago to get the wheels in motion. Thanks, Clarky, and Battle Nips for that matter. A quick disclaimer, I'm not usually one for public speaking, so I'd asked my well-experienced good friend Junior Burns for some advice. He said, "Wardy, public speaking reminds me of my first time on a nudist beach. It's only hard for the first couple of minutes." Right. Right. I've this all structured, so let's get through it. A first thank you to the Pot Belly, and in particular, Philip. I think we will all agree that you and the staff have done a spectacular job on making Emily and I's day truly memorable. Since day one of planning back in February, it has surpassed both our expectations. After you arriving late, do you want to start that? To our guests, as you will all notice, it is quite an intimate venue. So to all of you, congratulations on making the cut. But on a serious note, we both appreciate the efforts of those who have travelled from the likes of London, Barcelona and Mullaban to be here, to spend the day with us. Right. To my recently acquired in-laws, Sharon, Gary and Anne and the wider family circles, I cannot thank you all enough for making me feel so welcome. I'm not going to lie, upon first meetings, I thought I was trying to be chaste. Between Sharon's chili and the Indians with Gary and Anne, my taste buds took a hammering. But to stand here today with family-in-law like all of you is something I'll always be thankful for. Emily always did say to me that you would love me, but you never can be too sure. Mum and Dad, where do I start?
That's my line.
A paragraph here does not do you anywhere near enough justice. Without you pair, I wouldn't be here. I had a fabulous time at your wedding. So I hope I can return the favour today. I'm glad your living room TV set finally got fixed in 1989. I know how you'll tell everyone I make you proud, but trust me, I'm proud to be your son. I'm not. Emily and I thank you for everything and look forward to more nights in the conservatory for many years to come. To show our appreciation, my wife and I would like to present the boss ladies of their households with a small token of our appreciation. Oh, you're there. Oh. You go, thank you.
Thank you so much.
I must get my tears from you, Mum. Right, trouble. Right. For those that cannot be with us today, I have personally been fortunate enough to not experience a lot of loss, but those that have gone are massively missed today. On both our sides and everyone else in the room, a quick toast at those that are absent but in our hearts. On to the rowdies. The bridal party. You both look almost as good as the most beautiful lady in the room. Thank you for getting here on time today, but to be honest, it was Mum and Chloe I was worried about. As the hen party would agree. I know Emily was very appreciative of all the efforts that you all went to. My own groom's party. Bruce, the best man. We have been side by side for everything, and long may it continue. Although, just another disclaimer, he doesn't let the truth get in the way of a good story. And I'm glad that your helper was able to type up your speech today. Michael.
Shut up, Bill.
Clown. The big little brother. I lasted to 34. You've got 5 years. A quick note on the stag. There are some terrible golfers in the room. And caddies, Brian. Dad enjoys red wine for breakfast. DJ Stevie is booked in for tomorrow night. And P.S. Well, I'm going to have to change this, but Volker was supposed to fly home in the morning, but he's changed his flight. Right. On to the star of the show, Mrs. Ward. Oh, there no. Keep this one close to my heart. That sounded good last night after about 5 pints and a couple of fireballs. Let's see if I can read your handwriting here. Jokes. Emily, who loves you, baby? 3.5 years. I genuinely do get lost for words when I think about you. The day has finally come. Every last detail of today has been down to this girl, and that I get to call mine for the rest of my life. I can literally take no credit for any of this today. And to be honest, it's probably the same in our home life. The same fairies that used to do my washing and cleaning at Mum's house has followed me out to Bleary.
Those fairies never followed me.
And to be honest, I'm only the happy person that everyone sees here today because of you. Ever since the first day we met back at Morlaco, we have been together / spoken every single day since then, and I promise to you is that will continue every day forevermore. I love you, and you look absolutely beautiful today. Everyone will have their own opinion on what true love is, but as far as I'm concerned, I have found mine. On that note, everything this weekend is just what we dreamed of, and we want to all share and enjoy it with you. I would love everyone to be upstanding, take their shots. Emily and I tied the knot, and here's to our happily ever after.
Cheers, Big Brian.
On the night.
There we go. Yeah.
It's time for our last speech tonight. So, the best man, Bruce McCannis.
Let that take you.
What?
Lovely speeches, by the way.
What's my sister about that?
Don't need one. So, hi folks. For anybody who doesn't know me, I'm Ward's best man, Bruce. Also go by the name of Footh, or if you're snapweed, Flute. So, first time as a best man. So, first speech. So, I was Googling the other night. Hints and tips for keeping everything calm and collective. And so, 2 stood out for me. I said, have a few drinks beforehand. Inevitable. We're having drinks. 2, try and picture everyone naked. Done. By the way, Sharon, you're looking lovely. So, thanks, lads. Right, Bill. Ward and I go back a long way. By the way, Ward is just Ward. That's Dane's Ward. So anyway, Ward and I go back a long way. Remember the 2005 Irish Junior Cup final in Dublin? I thought to myself, that wee Spice Boy stole my goal.
I have that in video.
However, that incident sparked a relationship that has led us to now. Lining up beside him, countless occasions, golf, hockey, socially, the latter 2 usually combined. I remember an Irish session after a club formal one Sunday, Ward appears down in a tux, claiming a groin injury. Needless to say, his Irish career was done. However, I am honoured and privileged to be lined up beside him today on his big day. He asked me pretty swiftly over a pint to be his best man. After several hours and rounds later, I drunkenly asked him thoughts on the whole thing. Wedding venues, dates, stag do thoughts, etc., etc. He replied, "Oi, oi, what's happening? We having a big day or what?" Emily, if I was sat down 3 years ago and told that Dane will be cleaning out horses at 7 a.m. and putting their rugs on back to front, I would have told him to kindly wise up. However, this is the case. That old Ward saying, "You can't tame a tiger," Ward, you've been tamed. I texted in the group one Saturday, "All good for our tea time, boys." Ward replied, "Sorry, can't make it. Boss's birthday." I said, "What?" Ward I was sceptical. I was like, "What?" There's ways of going about our promotion, but each their own. That Saturday night, phone call telling the truth. Staycation number 1 of 20 commenced. Thankfully not with his boss, but with Emily. I was quietly relieved. Emily was eventually introduced, and Ward brought her around to the cottage for drinks. After several hours of Emily trying to introduce us to Cobra bombs, I could tell this girl meant a lot to Wardy. I overheard one sweet nothing. "Emily, Emily." Yes, Dane? He loves you, baby. Now look where you are. He's now your responsibility.
No, he's not. Yes, he is.
Oh, yeah. So later on tonight in the bedroom,
No.
make sure to point him to the toilet, not the wardrobe.
Is that the money shot? No! Oh no!
Ward arrived at the house during the week to deliver my tux. He raised a concern with me. His height. He feared Emily wearing heels, looking lovely as always. He may look rather vertically challenged. He asked me for ideas. I said, what about wearing wedges? Or standing your tiptoes out of camera shot. He's both shot down. He said, so he suggested that getting a photo, bride and groom, with the short people. So he's asked me to make an announcement. If a Junior Burns and an Uncle Barney could be out the front in 10 minutes, please. Where's Phil? I'll wrap this up, folks. Phil? But before I do, I think I've saved the best to last. Ward's lockdown. Not only a momentous moment for meeting his now wife, Ward was legendary in this period, providing endless entertainment when people were at their lowest. Hailed the modern day Roy Walker, whilst resembling a cast member of Tiger King. Ward provided the world with a game trending second only behind Wordle. This game brought people together, showing the strengths of Ward, making people laugh and having good time in his company, and long may it continue.
Long may it continue.
But folks, before we're upstanding, I'd like to honour Ward's service to lockdown. I have left an envelope at each table. Please partake, and a winner gets a bottle of beer. So now, folks, if we're upstanding, can we go to the bride and groom?
I'll be riding shotgun.